Hello aspirants, welcome back to our channel Aspire Ignite. In this video today we are going to talk about one of the most important topics, especially for beginners who are starting or want to start their APSC preparation. So in this video we will talk about some of the most common mistakes that beginners should avoid during the first phase of preparation. So we need to know this because knowing what not to do is just as important as knowing what to study, isn't it? So let's get started. So first mistakes that we should focus is newspaper reading. So most beginners think newspaper reading is just optional and they will focus on current affairs later with some magazines or some sort of YouTube videos. But in reality, newspaper helps you understand the concepts, analysis and government decisions in depth. Secondly, if you are a little bit weak in English, it will help you to gain more strength in your language. So that will help you to fetch more marks in your mains, which is the most important part of this journey. So you can take any newspaper, either SMS newspaper if you're from SMS medium, or the Hindu if you're from English medium, the Assam Tribune or the Indian Express. So most important thing to start while first phase of preparation is reading newspaper. So secondly, so I'm gonna tell you one more thing, that you don't need to read every single thing of newspaper. Just you need to focus on editorial, because for beginners, newspaper reading is not to know what is in the news, but to grab the language of the news. So that's most important. So secondly, not solving PYQ. Not solving PYQ. What is PYQ? Previous year questions. Previous year questions. So previous year questions of prelims, either APSC or UPSC. You can do both, that's better always. So why PYQ is important? Some aspirants only read theory but never solve questions. That's like preparing for a marathon even without running, isn't it? So PYQ helps you in, let me clear here, trend topics and difficulty level, and also important topics. Most importantly, your depth in topics. So for example, when we study some topics, we feel like we are done with the topic, but when question comes, we think we didn't cover that part of that particular topic. So such topics and such questions are being covered in PYQ holistically. So start solving MCQ and gradually move to full mock test or topic wise mock test. For that, I want to recommend you one book, that is Oswald PYQ. You can get it on Flipkart or any shopping apps. So this is second. So third thing is focus on man's point of view. So most people do what is, they focus on prelims up to prelims exam, but after prelims, when they qualify prelims, the time falls short for their mains preparation. So most common mistake is that thinking you will prepare mains only after qualifying prelims, but that's a mistake strategy. Not mistake actually, some people can do it also in that way, but it will be better when you focused on the same topic on two point of view. Firstly, prelims point of view, you can learn objectives and datas as well. And secondly, you can cover it from various socio-economic conditions, or you can connect with it society or any mains topic that you feel it is important. So third thing is that you need to focus on mains point of view, even if you are a beginner. That will help you better in understanding the topic. Okay, so let's focus on a fourth point. Fourth is that monthly current affairs. So we might think that we already read newspaper, but you cannot cover everything in newspaper, and you don't even need to collect every single news from newspaper. You just cover the editorial that will help in your language, that will also help you to know the issues, to know the trending topics. But you need to focus on monthly current affairs. You can get it on any coaching center or either SPM or any other coaching institutes from Delhi, Study IQ, anything. So that monthly current affairs helps you in summarizing the monthly issues based on the subjects or papers. For example, we have different types of papers: history, economic, geography. So you will know that which topics of geography is important in this month. So this will even help you in revising the topics or even covering the topics. And then if you are obviously reading newspaper, you will get it that most of the topics are from polity and economics. That two part will be strengthened with your monthly current affairs, politics and economics. This will all mostly help you in understanding the missing part of topics. So this is how important monthly current affairs is. So let's move on to the next point of 5 number. Multiple resources. And that's how our sources becomes very bulky. So ignore all the things. You cover only one topic, or only one book for one subject. Only one book for one subject. For example, you are following polity, Indian polity, Lakshmikant. M. Lakshmikant is enough for mains, for prelims, for any questions of polity. So you just go on studying the Lakshmikant 4 to 5 times, or go on studying. So that way you will do your preparation in more strategic way. So next topic is studying without syllabus. So why syllabus is important? In the first itself, in this video itself, I've told you that knowing what to ignore is similar important as knowing what to study. So if we have the syllabus, then only we can know what to ignore. Then covering the topics becomes much easier. For example, in a particular book, we don't need to cover all the contents or all the topics. We just need to cover either 60% or 70% of the most important topics. Overall, syllabus helps you for managing time and even knowing what to study or what to ignore. So print the syllabus, read it weekly, and even you can put it on your wall. Some students blindly study anything they find online, but every line you read must be linked to a syllabus. Okay, so last topic for today, 7. Revision. We can cover 20 books in the whole year, but that will be useless completely useless if you don't revise it multiple times. Why? Because if we read one book, we understand it just a broad skeletal point of view, but that's not what is important for the exam. We need to understand each and every point in detailed manner. So read just one book and revise it multiple times. This will help you to tackle questions of different dimensions, so it will become easier for you in prelims, also in mains, to connect various dimensional points. So these are the 7 points. So let's recap it once. First, newspaper reading. I will recommend you need to read like 30 to 40 minutes every day from the start of your preparation. So secondly, not solving PYQ. I also recommended Oswald. Here you can get PYQ and even practice questions of topic wise, syllabus wise. Wait, let me show you. I have already in my table. This book, maybe you have seen it already. So this is 1000 MCQ for UPSC state PSC exams, science and technology. This book comes with subject wise. For example, this is for science and technology. You can get here topic wise. For example, unit 4, nanotechnology and its application. So in this part, if you are studying nanotechnology and completed it in your theory, then you can test your understanding from this particular point of questions, and also you can get answers with explanation. This is the importance of this book. So third is focus on your mains point of view. From the starting itself, you start reading one topic and you can even test it with some few questions, so that will help you later in your mains preparation also. Even one more thing, if you are studying from mains point of view before the prelims itself, then your prelims point will never be missed, because mains is very diverse and dimensional, and prelims is just objective and various data and points you need to keep in mind. So fourth is monthly current affairs. I will recommend you SPM monthly current affairs. You will get it freely in the SPM application, either in iOS or Android. So next is multiple resources. You never follow multiple resources. If you're following 2 books or 3 books for one topic or one subject, then you are already lagging behind. So next is syllabus. Always stick your syllabus in your table or on the wall. This will help you to cut out the most unwanted topics. Okay, and this will even help you save your time. And lastly, revision. Revision makes you perfect. Okay, so I hope this will help you in your preparation. So that's all for today, and before turning off the video, I want to say one more thing, that APSC preparation is a marathon and not a 100-meter race. Okay, bye bye.